This week's weather is going to be gorgeous, mid to upper 70s, and so I'm going to fire up the Lone Star Grillz offset and smoke up some beef ribs. So what I have here are kind of a couple mismatched racks of USDA prime beef ribs. Got these at Costco. And what I want to do first is get a little bit of a binder on them. I don't always use a binder, but this is a little dry on the surface, so I'm going to use some really nice thick balsamic vinegar as a binder. Now we're going to be smoking these up tomorrow, so these are going to sit in their seasoning overnight in the refrigerator. Give it a little coating here. We'll even get a little on the bone side. No, I don't take the membranes off beef ribs usually. They come off easy enough at the end. Don't need a lot of binder, just a little bit. Now for seasoning today, I'm using a very simple rub. It is 1 part kosher salt, 1 part granulated garlic, and 2 parts coarsely ground black pepper. We'll just start getting some on here. Yes, I do season the bone side. I know a lot of people don't bother with it, but I do. Make sure we get our edges. Tomorrow I'm going to be smoking these with a mixture of white oak and hickory. Don't be shy with the seasoning. Big pieces of meat like this can handle a lot. All right, that is looking good. I'm going to get this in the refrigerator. It's going to soak in this seasoning overnight, and tomorrow I'll see you out at the Lone Star Grillz offset. All right, the Lone Star Grillz is up to temp. My target today is 250 to 275 degrees. I've got a water pan in the cook chamber, and I think I mentioned yesterday I'm burning a mix of hickory and white oak. Well, let's go ahead and get our beef ribs on. Put my little guy down at this end here, and our big guy right here. All right, I'm gonna get this closed up. We'll come back in an hour, check it and see if we need to spritz. At some point today, we will be wrapping, and I'll be doing that when I think the color and texture are where I want it. See you back here in about an hour. All right, we are at the 1 hour mark. We're gonna go ahead and check and see if we need to spritz. But one of the things I always get a question about this is, how do you keep your temps so stable all the time? Well, you get used to working with a cooker, but it isn't always perfectly stable. I just had a temp spike to 300. Got to adjust the vents. This happens. It's normal. It happens to everybody. Let's go ahead and check our beef ribs. That color is looking really good, but I do want to spritz this, and I'm just using some plain water. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the lid closed. We'll come back in another hour, see how we're doing. Usually the total time for beef ribs like this that I find is somewhere around 5 to 6 hours. I've had it shorter. Don't really think I've had it longer than 6, but we'll probably be wrapping around the 3 hour mark. That's an estimate from the look that I'm seeing right now, but we'll see when we get there. See you back here in about an hour. All right, we are at the 2 hour mark. Temp's been holding really steady. Let's go ahead and take a look. See how our ribs are looking, see if we're going to need to spritz, and I think I'll be able to gauge here about how much longer until we wrap. Could be, I'm thinking it's probably going to be about an hour, but we'll look and see. Still looking really good. Starting to get some nice pullback here. Meat from the bones. Have plenty more to go though, and it does look like I need to spritz. Yeah, I think we're almost there on the bark. I want to go 1 more hour, then we'll check it again, but I'm pretty sure we're going to wrap at that point. See you back here in about an hour. All right, we've been going another hour. Let's take a look at our ribs, and we're going to wrap them. Oh yeah, we are starting to get some nice pullback on the bones there. I think I'll start with the smaller rack here. And I want to give the wrap here a good spray of water. We're going to get this closed up and we'll come back in 2 hours, and that's when we'll probe for tenderness. All right, we've been going 2 hours wrapped, a total of 5 hours now. Let's go ahead and probe for tenderness, see if they're done so they can start their rest. When they're done, they're going to rest for an hour. I'm going to put, keeping them in the wrap in a foil pan and cover that with some foil. And they're just going to rest for that hour, kind of tenderize some more. But let's check and see if we're ready to do that. I'm going to probe our big one here, and let's see if I can get through without hitting bone the first time. Nope, hit bone. Oh, there we go. That's really tender. That's feeling really good, so I'm going to go ahead and get those off and let them rest for that hour, and then I'll bring you back inside where we can cut them and have a taste. Well, here it is. Here is our bigger rack. I'm saving the smaller rack for later. This is looking really good. Nice and moist still. Just got it out of the wrap there. Nice pullback on the bones. Now this took 5 hours total outside for me. 3 hours unwrapped, 2 hours wrapped, then it had an hour rest, so 6 hours total. It could take you longer. It could take you shorter. Every cooker is different. Every piece of meat is different. For this cut of meat, I go by tenderness. That's why I was probing. That tells me when it's done. Some people like to go by temp. For ribs, I don't like to go by temp because you can always be influenced by the proximity to the bone. So I prefer just to use tenderness as my guide. Now let's cut in. That's kind of juicy. Oh my. That is a definite juice-a-lanch there. Let's cut this center rib. Oh wow, look at that. Sometimes things don't show up great on video, but I hope this does. Got a nice smoke ring, nice and juicy. Wow. Now for beef ribs, you can just pick it up and eat off the bone. I actually like to slice it off the bone. That's just my preferred way, but you can do it the way you like it. I mean, sometimes it is fun just to pick it up, but I'm gonna slice. Oh yeah. Then I can get some smaller pieces here. This literally is a juice-a-lanch. Wow. This is still nice and toasty hot too. Just gonna cut a little bit for tasting. Now remember, this just had simple seasoning. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, and some smoke. A mixture of hickory and white oak. Let's see. That is nice and tender. That seasoning does wonders. It doesn't need a lot of seasoning, even though you can give it a lot more. You can give it different flavors, and I've done that many times. You could even sauce it if you want, and I have nothing against that. It's really up to you. But this, the simple seasoning, the smoke, it just makes killer ribs.